Hey there boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome back to another CSGO video. Today with another entry frag tutorial for AWPing and getting early picks right here on DE Cobblestone. So as always, the most important thing for doing these kind of things is having the best spawn of all of them. This would be either this one or this one since, sorry mate, the CTs are always spawning in kind of a U shape. So now for the mid push it doesn't really matter if you got the left or the right one, so let's talk about that one first. As always, get out your knife first and round down into the pit right here, or down the ramp. And preferably you just want to post up like this. The reason is because it really becomes apparent after this video that cobblestone really is T-sided and CTs don't really have many options for getting early picks that aren't extremely passive. So basically what you want to do is you just stay right here, and if someone's coming you just fire a shot and then retreat. And of course it's kind of a hard thing to do because you have to cover all the space back up here again, and you might be exposed to these guys as well. So if you decide to go for somewhat of an early pick, try to use this angle but stay as far back as possible, something like this maybe, and then just fire a shot from right there. Of course this is somewhat of a reaction shot, so stay very far to the left and just as soon as you see them fire and then fall back up here behind the cover, and from here again you can pick another time and fall back behind this pillar, and that's basically the thing that you're doing in mid. Now let's talk about A. So if we're going to once again having this spawn, almost shooting the guy in the foot, and just running straight towards A long. This is the basic thing that we want to do. Once again, just a knife out, and then we go, and as soon as we're meeting these stairs, we're kind of posting up like this, and just waiting for a rush that we, once again, can passively pick off in order to kill them. If you're going to do this kind of run, sprint right here, and just post up like this, you'll always be here first before the terrorists are. However, if you decide to push more to right here, you usually be last. So if they're rushing, you'll kind of meet them right here if you decide to push out with an AWP. So it's not something that should be recommended. So if you decide to hold an angle, and please don't message me while I'm recording, just use this angle right here. Now let's talk about B. Once again, let's get back to our spawn. We want to have the bloody foot spawn right here. And then just once again get a knife out and move towards B. B is kind of a tricky thing. There's not a real good pick that you can do, to be honest. So a thing that you can do, if you're right here, you have to decide. You could either go extremely passive or defensively and just hold this one. This is the one that's usually rewarding. Or this one. It's kind of not as good as the other one, but it's still possible. So this one usually can grant you somewhat of an early kill if you're doing it. However, the reason why you should usually prefer this one instead of just going up right here then and then kind of jump on to this like this right here is because if the T's decide to rush, you once again will meet right here if both of you are rushing. This means when you're jumping up, you of course have to wait until you're accurate and until you're scoped in order to fire, while the rushing T's can just kind of spam at you and kill you. So I mean, if you combine it with a flash like this, and they're kind of messed up the rush, you can still kind of make it on top of here and get a shot on them, and it still does work, but it's something that I would not recommend. So hiding behind statue is usually a lot better. So as you can see, you don't really have many options as a CT, of course. If you prefer to do so, you could also kind of hold right here and drop, but that's kind of a drop with an AWP. It's not the best thing that you could like use your AWP for because it's very close range, but it does work every now and then. But now let's talk about the T side. So now we're on the T side, and actually there are a couple of things that are a lot better on T side. So first of all, if you're going towards picking mid, you can just kind of go up into the tower and just kind of peek into right here. This is a very decent spot. You'll always be here first. I think it's about 5 or 6 seconds, so it's really about, I think, I don't know, 3 seconds faster than the CTs, so you got lots of time to prepare for them. Another thing that you can also do is kind of just run up right here, like this, and after you're kind of behind the cart, you can still peek in, and you'll always be here first once again. So if they decide to peek or to push, you'll always usually should get an easy kill. Same goes if you decide to kind of push behind the fountain right here and just hold this angle. All of them are quicker than actually if the CT is going around there and trying to peek you from mid. Now, if you want to peek A long, once again, having the best spawn all the way up front, just walk up like this, yada yada yada. And again, it doesn't really matter all that much because you'll always be here first. So just holding this angle is very, very rewarding. As I said before, as CT you don't want to push through right here, and if you decide to do so, the T guy will always be here first, and of course you have to, as a CT, prepare for many angles. He could be just hiding behind the trash can right there. You could be further back right here, which again is something that I would recommend. As you can see, there's kind of a slope, which means you're lower down, and if you crouch, you're kind of a weird angle, like right here behind the trash bin, so it's kind of hard to hit you. Of course, there are a couple of other things, like just holding a very weird angle like this, or this one is not as good, but this one is an angle that I do like every now and then. It can be kind of cool. So it's really a lot better for the Ts if they want to kind of just peek in general. So that's what you basically want to do if you're going for a mid peek right here, or for one at A long. So let's talk about the B pick. So let's just once again fly over here. Once again, we're getting the best spawn, and just start running out with our knife. What we're doing is just kind of strafing around here, and going around here, and then you just post up with your AWP like this. The thing with this is, as I said before, you'll be here first. The time it takes the CTs to run across is basically the same as the Ts, so by the time you are here, the CTs will be right there, so kind of in drop or at stone right there, or at rock. Which of course means that you got lots of time to prepare for them to actually push up and kill them. And that's basically how you can get an pick, well, if you're holding it passively. Once again, if you decide to push up, you'll meet here with the CTs at the same time, which again means you get kind of this weird close range angle, which you kind of have to fire at, which is not recommended and probably should not be done. Again, if all the team is pushing, you might be able to kind of snitch a no-scope in and try to get something, but it's very unlikely. So these were my picks and tips and tricks for DE Cobblestone. I hope you enjoyed. So there's only one map left now, that would be Nuke, and I guess I'll see you in the next video, and luckySkillFaker out.